Do I have to say anything? It's Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Okay, this is part of their build-up match for a fatal 4-way for the Ring of Honor World Championship, whereas Jericho has decreed it the ROJ title, and his reign of terror over Ring of Honor and trying to dismantle its legacy and all that, which I'm pretty sure is going to end with Daniel Garcia being the one who topples the evil regime, and Bryan Danielson's ultimately proven right. However, Bryan is currently in the wrong because he failed to convert Daniel Garcia into the cult of Blackpool Combat Club. And because of that, they're kind of icy with him at the moment because he's letting his personal judgment of, Daniel Garcia is cool, he's a wrestler like us, I can save him. Or he can fail miserably and lose the Ring of Honor title match. Even Wheelie Yuta was looking at him like, I'm disappointing you, man. So, yeah, that happened, and hijinks ensued after that. Let's not lose Blackpool Combat Club real soon. We still got about 2 years worth of content to make out of this, hopefully. Bryan Danielson and the few... Okay, the Blackpool Combat Club and the Jericho Appreciation Society... Okay, let's be real. It went on for too long. It's gone on for so long. It should have ended at Blood and Guts. If you wanted to revisit the feud, you could have given us a month or two break. Then you could go back to refeuding. But no, you've been feuding since before Blood and Guts, after Blood and Guts, after Grand Slam, and after the AEW Dynamite edition of Canada. So, the fact that this has been going on for so long is becoming tiring. Let's admit it here, people. We kind of want to move on. There are all these great talents involved, but can we give some other people a chance to feud with one another? I kind of want to see Death Triangle do something. I like they have the Trios title until the Elite come back and get it. Since they're teased to come back at Full Gear. And yeah, so we have gotten no reprieve from that feud, and now it seems like we're pigeonholed into it. Meanwhile, Sammy Guevara proves to everyone why he's still a great talent. However, personal life decisions and how he's reacted to people reacting to his life decisions have caused a great strain with the fan base. Mostly because it's been over a year since everything fell apart, for his career at least. Because no one could grasp the idea that maybe they broke up and there was no affairs involved. Like we have the word of the woman he was dating at the time and yada yada yada. Unless something changes, we should have just stopped here. And then Sammy, oh dear, he decided to entertain the jokes and really feed the trolls, and to the point that it stopped being targeting the trolls and to being about pulling the Seth Rollins. Because we all know how that worked out, right? When you attacked the fans who stuck by you, even when the trolls were coming at you hard. Oh, nope. We have clearly not learned anything. And the sad thing is Ty Mello, aka formerly known as Ty Conti, has suffered from this. She hasn't done any matches for the most part I've seen. She hasn't been competing for the title like I had hoped. She hasn't won the women's title like I had predicted this would happen this year. But all this stuff happened and now everything's ruined. Now I have to find my conspiracies into dictating that Eddie Kingston has to be the world champion next year in order to get my prediction accuracy back on right ratio. So, yeah. But as for the two matches, and Bryan Danielson bled, so you know what that means. It's time to get harder. as Bryan would probably think in his head. Realizing he's getting his bloody chest bloody with marks, and he's getting his eye gouged, I'm pretty sure he's having the time of his life, and his wife is trying to wonder if something is psychologically wrong with him. The guy admitted on multiple occasions, made people swear off apples for a couple of months. And now he's trying to compete with Wardlow with the chains comment he made, and basically say, I can one-up the sexual tension. I am Bryan Danielson, master of the horny. Seriously, Bryan just makes this too easy for me to just make constant jokes about. Sammy Guevara, oh god, now I just thought about it. Sammy Guevara and Bryan Danielson in a match, that would have been, considering how horny these two have been in the ring and on TV, and Sammy for social media, and Bryan for interviews and podcasts, you would think they would make you would kind of hope the commentators would just make a joke of their disturbing fixation for fetishism and public displays of weird affections. Mostly Bryan's displays of weird affection since he sexualized a book by John Moxley. I think Bryan might have had too many concussion issues because, oh god, like what the hell, man. And also, Bryan, we've had this talk multiple times, and you should have accepted this by now. Stop doing the freaking headbutt dive. We still remember what happened with the other guy, and you almost lost your career for good, then managed to came back by miracle. Why are you still using that move? I thought you'd be done with it. Like, yes, we know accidents are going to happen. There's going to be a chair shot accident that will go horribly wrong. With an unprotected chair shot, there's going to be a time where you can't quickly reflex on it. Fine, but diving headbutts were clearly your choice. Can you please, for the love of all the fans, for the millions and millions of fans of the Yes movement, to the thousands and thousands of roaring crowds in the shows each week, to the desiring of your wife and children. And could you also tell the trolls to shut up and stop sending you death threats? Think of your health, man. Think it. Meanwhile, Sammy Guevara, he just reminds me why he's so good in the ring, and it disappoints me also at the same time with the fact that he's no longer seemingly on the Four Pillars list. If anything, I think Double or Nothing was the night the Four Pillars ultimately collapsed, with only Jungle Boy barely surviving the fallout. Because, let's be real, Darby Allin hasn't done what he was usually doing. He just kind of he's kind of like in this position where it's like, he can take the losses. He's an already made man for the most part. He needs to win a world title. But he's going to feud with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal's group. Okay. Jungle Boy is feuding with Luchasaurus and Christian Cage, so at least there's something. And from what I'm hearing on Rampage, spoiler alert, if you want, you can pause it or just skip the next 5 seconds. Cage match at Full Gear. So, yeah. So, Jungle Boy's at least doing something. Sammy is more like riding Chris Jericho's coattails when it should have ended like earlier this year when he quit the Inner Circle. When he had that whole, Mom, Dad, please stop fighting. With those sad eyes. I'm like, at least he turned heel. That's the only compliment I can give. Like, at least they accepted he was going to get booed for God knows what reason. And he was going to get this, so turn him heel. It's not like the Cody situation where Cody was like, oh no, I've run out. I pigeonholed myself by screwing myself out of the world title contention ring. What can I ever do? You could just turn heel and forgo it? No! There must be something I can do. I'll go back to WWE. Dude, you could easily just turn heel and abuse your powers, right? Like, you could have just done that. It would have been so much more easier. And, like, he's out of action right now. He looks like he could win the title next year, but they have no plans right now to give Cody the title, even before he got hurt. So it looks like he wasn't going to get the goal. But yeah, Bryan Danielson and Sammy Guevara had their match. Great. There was a botch. Luckily, they caught themselves. And Bryan... Oh god, Bryan had probably had his moment. Where he was like, bleeding. Yes! Because it's Bryan, and I will never stop. I'm making fun of Bryan and his horny desires is always going to be funny. And Sammy Guevara and him being a tag team of the Innuendo group is the most funniest idea they could probably cook up down the line. Like if Bryan sticks around that far in wrestling. But yeah. Also, I gotta also bring this up just to bring it up. Bryan, Jericho, Jon Moxley, they're the three ringleaders of AEW. They are the locker room leaders. They are sharing power. They're remotivating the roster. They're getting them through the hard times that was the backstage brawl to end all brawls. Mostly for chairs and accusations that make no sense when you thought, wait, why didn't you say this sooner? I bet you changed your story previously saying that didn't happen from the first story. Now you're saying it did, and you're saying a dog got hurt. Why didn't you just say that, but now you're changing your story and you're expecting everyone to just now believe you? Okay. Oh, by the way, that guy is on MMA commentary right now, so all's well that ends well? I'm like, look at Punk's smile. It just felt forced when I saw it. I was like, that is the sign of a guy that's clearly screaming internally, trying his best not to look evil. I'm probably wrong, but still. But yeah, Bryan ultimately won the match. Nice little preview we got. I'm pretty certain we're going to be expecting another match with Claudio Castagnoli versus the Ocho, the Masked Singer, La Champion, Chris Jericho. But yeah, that's the end of that. So maybe we're gonna get a 4-4 for the Ring of Honor World Title, and there's gonna be 3 women matches. We've made history in AEW, everyone. More than 2 women matches. Yes. Maybe there's a 4 for the kickoff, for the buy-in. And it's Camille from NWA, provided they don't have CYN around. Anyways, so enough about my jokes on that. Oh man. Looking forward to see y'all again next time. This is Near Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara in a 2 out of 3 falls match on AEW Dynamite 2022. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my content in the description below to see more. See y'all again next time. Peace and take care, and keep on wrestling. Peace.